my precious child. Come and rest in my presence a while longer. I see the weariness weighing heavy upon your shoulders as you traverse the solitary road between where I called you from and the land of promise I am leading you towards. The waiting tries your patience and wearies your soul. In the isolation of the wilderness, the enemy's cruel whispers grow louder, taunting you that the visions I've placed in your heart will never come to pass, that you missed my voice, that you took a wrong turn somewhere back and have strayed from the path I intended for you. But I want you to be reminded, beloved, that the vision will spring forth in the fullness of time. I am the keeper of time and season. I will not abandon the beautiful plans and purposes I have spoken over you. When the pesky locusts of doubt have finished their noisy, brief dominion, tender shoots of nascent dreams will push up strongly from the soil of your soul. What I have declared will burst forth mightily in due season. I see all that wearies and grieves you, my child. I am intimately acquainted with your inner workings, including every hidden ache of your heart. And still I love you with an everlasting love that knows no shadow. Now is the season for divine restoration. Cry out to me and I will answer. Our time together in the secret place will renew your strength for all that lies ahead. For the difficult road will not last forever. Your emergence into greater glory draws closer than you know. I want you to feel, beloved one, the warmth and pleasure of being enveloped in your Heavenly Father's strong embrace right now. Sense the love that emanates from my heart. There are no words to express the intensity of my great affection for you. But I wish you to hear my voice clearly, to let the message imprint itself on your consciousness. You are deeply loved, cherished beyond measure. I take great joy and pride in you, my precious child. No matter the contrary messages the world screams your direction, the truth you must engrave on your heart is that I delight over you. Now receive my rest as I wrap you in this downy, soft blanket of grace. Feel every burden and bitter root release their grip on you and tumble heavily away into oblivion. No more will the baggage of shame weigh on you so heavily. As I tenderly clothe you instead in fine linens of identity, belonging, and purpose, delight to find new strength rising up within like sap in spring. Let joy begin flowing from the depths of your belly, cleansing your mouth with laughter once again. What once seemed so large and terrifying shrinks smaller and smaller in the dawn rays of my magnificent light beaming upon you. Miraculously, youthful energy surges through muscle and sinew, through organ and bone marrow. The years the locusts devoured in desolation are restored in the blink of an eye. Age lines fade into distant memory as divine healing washes over your entire being. Scars disappear. Trauma and heartache relinquish their demonic chokehold in the wake of rushing, relentless waves of my grace. No more shrinking back from life, beloved. Now you stand tall with head held high, shoulders back, gazing boldly into my beautiful face without flinching. Tears of release stream unending down your cheeks, but the weight crushing your chest lifts. As the heaviness drops away, your lungs expand freely, breathing in deep draughts of joy and destiny once more after such a long famine. Anxiety flees like a thief in the night. Condemnation follows hot on his heels. Healing accelerates deep in your marrow as bitterness, resentment, self-hatred, and soul wounds vaporize in the consuming fire of my love. Let it sink down deeply to the deepest recesses of your consciousness. The season of wilderness wandering completes. The long night of weeping draws to a conclusion. Radiant golden splendor blooms on the horizon, just for you. The promise once looked dead, but only slumbered a while in the tomb of testing and purification. Now bursts forth resurrected in inexpressible wonder. Drink your fill by the quiet waters, precious one. The overflow of gladness I pour into your cup runs over. No more lack or emptiness defines you. As you recline trustingly in my embrace, old trauma relinquishes its hellish hold on your mind and emotions. Crippling lies fade far into the recesses of memory. once towering giants of fear and intimidation, wither and waste away in the magnificent glow emanating from my face. There is now no condemnation or shame that can stand in my consummate light of truth and affirmation shining onto your countenance. Raise your head higher, beloved child of mine. Your wandering in desolate places concludes decisively. Your emergence into greater glory and intimacy with me accelerates. No more hiding away to nurse your wounds in solitude and self-protection. The walls erected long ago now crumble. They cannot obstruct the penetrating power of my presence, charging the atmosphere around you. I am here, surrounding you with my favor as with an impenetrable shield. No weapon formed against you will prosper henceforth. All that needs healing in you now receives divine restorative touch. Fling wide the prison doors of trauma and limitation that have kept you incarcerated far too long. My brave overcomer, reject every label spoken over you except the ones I bestow. Magnificent One, History Maker, Leader and Liberator. Awaken fully to irrepressible joy and soaring destiny. Dance upon injustice and despair. I have meticulously prepared you in the fires of transformation to walk again in long-abandoned childhood dreams and hopes I embedded in your soul. What the pestilence consumed will blossom again in pristine wonder, now rebirthed in maturity and wisdom, to walk in the fullness of all I have ordained for you. The past can dictate the seasons of your life no longer. Long dormant gifts and talents I planted emerge in brilliance and beauty, undistorted. Every promise I swore over you, watching in the delivery room, comes to pass, at last in maximum acceleration and manifestation. The appointed hour strikes for divine recompense, double for your trouble. Beauty for ashes, joy for mourning, stories rewritten, crooked places made straight, valleys exalted, mountains laid low, streams spring up in parched desert wastelands of the soul. Wholeness encompasses every dimension of your being, spirit, soul, and body, free at last. No more limits or clouds of shame and condemnation holding back the awakening of your true identity. Arise and shine into the fullness of your royal heritage in the kingdom of light. The lies that once defined you melt away. Only truth remains, and find your reflection in my loving gaze. Beloved child of destiny, breaker of chains, speaker of life, dreamer of dreams, the long night concludes. Your brightest dawn awaits just over the horizon. Divine recompense lifts you higher into the plans I wrote for you before the foundations of the earth were laid. I crown you with purpose and favor. I cloak your shoulders with destiny as you emerge from the wilderness, leaning upon your beloved. We walk this out together now, hand in hand, heart to heart. My blueprint for you unfolds flawlessly. No more crying, no more learning to live broke and abandoned. Your wilderness prepared you and now propels you. Your promise awakens. Wholeness encompasses you perfectly, for I make all things new. As you lean in close and rest a while longer in my comforting embrace, allow every burden still clinging to weigh you down to tumble heavily away into oblivion. Feel strength continuing to rise within, dear one. Not your own striving and effort, but the sap of my spirit coursing through your veins, awakening gifts long dormant. As joy springs up from deep within like a fountain, receive my laughter as healing balm to your soul. I see the discouragement trying to overtake you as the journey stretches on interminably. When it seems the promises will never blossom, and dreams are turning to ash in your hands, come back to stillness with me. I will fan the embers back to flame. As you open your heart trustingly before me, I will speak words to sustain you for the next leg of the adventure. I will highlight signposts up ahead signaling your emergence draws closer. What awaits on the other side of this season will be so worth every lonely mile walked in isolation and misunderstanding. Every friend that abandoned you, every setback and delay designed to derail my purpose in you. The greater weight of glory being forged in the crucible of obscurity and testing far eclipses momentary afflictions. Just when all seems lost, Irreversible change comes suddenly like the dawning of a new day. What once appeared dead and buried springs up resurrected, more breathtaking than your wildest dreams. The vision will come about at the appointed time, beloved child. Until then, take courage and stand firm. Reject the insidious lies swirling about your mind. My dreams for you remain vivid and clear, while yours may be growing indistinct through the fog of battle fatigue and wilderness wandering. As your strength wanes, take hold of mine which never fails. Allow me to carry hope alive in your heart when the way ahead seems uncertain and strength ebbs low. I am pouring fresh oil and new wine into your inner self even as we commune together now. Can you not discern the change of seasons, hovering on the cusp of breakthrough around you? The long night of weeping concludes. Your emergence dawns. Redemption's fullness reaches down to lift you higher, unstained by the travail of tears and suffering that preceded this moment. Every promise I swore over you in years past now converges into a mighty crescendo of fruition. My blueprint for you unfolds flawlessly. So, beloved child, as our time together in this sacred moment draws to a close, remember this. The journey ahead may still hold its share of trials, but you are not alone. I am with you, guiding, strengthening, and loving you through every step. The visions and promises I have placed in your heart will unfold in their appointed time. Hold fast to the faith and hope that have brought you this far. Rejoice in the assurance that the end of your wilderness is near, and a new, glorious chapter is about to begin. I have prepared a future for you filled with hope, joy, and fulfillment. Trust in my unfailing love and let it be the beacon that guides you home. You are my beloved, and in my eyes, you are already victorious.